Now, you might be asking me what I'm doing in Deadfort Portal with my cheeks out. Well, I'm just starting a guide video again. Today we'll be talking about PvE in Albion Online. Now, today PvE is a big thing in Albion Online because you need all the fame you can get, or XP, just so you can level up your items to get to where I am today, the cool swag type of guy. I have so many armors leveled up and I have so many items leveled up. Now, first of all, the easiest thing is leveling up the normal tree because it's cheap and fast. The harder thing is to level up the speciality. Now, this is what gives you the most item power to your gear, so make sure you level all of this up. Now, I'm gonna talk about different ways you can level this up with PvE and the best way you can do PvE, so fame farms. For example, you can just farm with the gear you want to use, but it will be slower, or you can use builds meant for PvE in dungeons, in specific dungeons, and you can do it fast and just use the respec. Now, what are the combat fame credits? The combat fame credits are credits that you get by getting fame on a gear set that you have already leveled up. So for example, let's say something that I have to 101 and I throw onto my gear set. I get extra fame and it's gonna turn into combat credits. Now, what can I do with this? If I pull out to, let's say, Heron Spear, I'm going ganking, I need to level it up fast, but I don't have time to get fame for it, or it's not good enough fame farm. With my combat credits, I can level it up to level 82 instantly. So I just press apply, I lose the points, but I get so much spec in the weapon. And also you can put auto respec on, but this will use all of your silver and turn it into fame, making you get a lot of XP and fame, but making you lose all your silver. So I don't recommend doing this if you're not rich. Now, one of the ways that what you can do is go into an open world map solo and just farm the mobs. For example, you can take a tier 4 gear, it costs totally like 40 or 30k silver I think, which is really easily attainable. Go to the safe portal that's in the north of the town usually. It takes you 3 to 11 distances map wise, so it might take you like somewhere deep here, or it might take you right next to portal. Basically, it travels instantly and, well, it costs a little, but not that much. But the safe portal costs a little bit, but it will cost you more if you get ganked on the way to your farm. But you take the safe portal, let's say end up right here, go into tier 7 quality 3 zone and you just kill the mobs that are there, the enchanted ones and the normal ones. From their drops you're gonna get like 20 to 40k fame, so a lot of it. Now in the black zone you're gonna get like 20 to 40k fame per those mobs, while in the red and yellow zone you would have gotten like 2 to 8,000. So that's like 4 times as much as fame, or like 10 times. But at the end of the day it's a little bit more risky because you might get ganked, but with the cheap gear you kill them a little bit slower. But if you die, there's no risk to it because you've already gotten the silver back that you got from the mobs. For example, most mobs drop like 1 to 2,000 silver, while enchanted mobs might drop up to like 30 to 40,000 silver. And at the end of the day, there is a luck-based drop system, so you might get like 300,000 from a random mob you kill, you might get like 2,000, you might get 200 to maybe like 600,000, might get like even more, you might get millions from a drop. It's all luck-based and really doesn't depend on skill at that point. Now, another thing you can do is open world camps. So these are the camps that have a formation in each of the maps. So if you look through the maps you see these little formations. There's the same formations in the mists basically. You can do them and get some free easy fame from it. But remember, these are highly ganked, so you probably will die. Now let's look into static dungeons. Now this is what most people resort to. Also, let's quickly cover coop dungeons. Coop dungeons are a dungeon type that are like, I think 4 to like 7, 8 people max. That's the best size for it. And you get a lot of fame and silver from it, and it's mostly safe actually, because you need a healer, tank and DPS. You're gonna be doing it fast and you don't have to worry about getting ganked, because most of the time once you're in the dungeon already, no one comes to it, no one cares if you're doing it. No ganking group goes into a group dungeon just to see if someone's doing it, unless they saw you go into it. But group dungeons aren't the best fame method. The best fame method in my opinion that is, widely gone around already is static fame farms. these are the dungeons on the maps. You can see them easily and clearly on the map. Over here, if we come here, you can see the undead one. We have another undead one, this map, a Morgana one. We have more Morgana ones right here. And these also vary of the tier and quality the zone they are in. So you can go into the dungeon from right here, and on the local map you can easily spot it. I recommend clearing outside of the dungeon, then going inside of the dungeon, and then clearing the inside. Now the inside of the static dungeons is huge, and it has bosses. They respawn over time, and if no one has cleared them in a long time, the bosses will be good, the fame will be good, the mobs will be good, and the drops and chests will be good. But do keep in mind there are a lot of rats, because this static actually connects to like 6 other zones. So right here it takes out, right here it takes you out, right here it takes you out, and I think like none of 3 here, right here it takes you out. So it's possible from this map, if you go into the static, to run to this map just by going to the static dungeon. Now, I don't recommend this, but I just want to show you that there's a possibility that there are many gang groups or rats that come to jump you and kill you. So be careful and have a look out for red names while you're in the dungeon. Now, I have a video on Avalonian Road, so I'm not gonna explain it. They have dungeons and up to like 7 people usually in those that you have to fight. It's a really good method to basically fame farm, and it's really fast. You don't need that many people, only 7 or 6 maybe. But as I said, I have a video on that, so go check the video out about Avalonian roles and what they are. Now let's quickly talk about the Avalonian raids. The Avalonian raids are one of the best methods to get fame, because you basically go into the dungeon with 10 to 20 people, you kill mobs, and you usually have a scout on the gate, so a scout calls out, hey, I see some raids coming in, you guys might want to run. You're gonna A out of the dungeon, mount up and run away. It's basically easy to survive and hard to gank, usually. But if a spy is in the call and, you know, reveals your guys' location, you're pretty fucked, you might have to fight them out. Now the good thing is, these dungeons have a lot of fame, and at the end of the dungeon, you also have bosses and chests that you can get. And at the last boss of the dungeon that every single dungeon has, you get 1 or 2 chests, and it might be really good or it might be shit. But the main part is the fame buff. After you complete the dungeon, there's a shrine that you drink from, and you get a 10% fame buff for the next week, the next 7 days. Meaning every single mob you kill, you will get 10% extra fame from them. So this is a really good buff to have if you're planning on going fame farming, and I recommend doing an Ava raid like once or twice a week. Now there are also world bosses, which are the best method to farm in the game, but these are highly competitive and mostly controlled, so guilds have like plans that one guild takes like 6 UTC to 12 UTC, another has like 12 to 14, another has like 14 to 16, so the times are already shared, and if you go in there you're gonna get ganked, you're gonna get jumped, they're all gonna team up to get you, and of course they have peaceful negotiations. But if you're an outsider, you will get killed and you won't be able to farm the world boss. Now, a lot of the guilds want to farm the world boss, but it's really hard to get into. So if you want to get into world boss farming, get quick fame, I recommend joining one of the guilds. One of the best right now is Why Not. Why Not is a really good world boss fame farm guild, and they also do PvP and other types of things. But if you want, there is a link in the description, my guild's recruiting. We're gonna be opening in like a season or so, so just get ready, join up. And you can also join my Discord while you're at it, ask questions, DM me. My DMs are open, you can ask me whatever. You can just, you know, tell me some strategies you have for the game, or some plans, or some ideas, and I'll quickly answer. I'm also doing a series on Albion explaining the game in its functionalities, so people can learn easily and fast what the game is all about, and how to do stuff. So thanks for watching, and check out all my other guys. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.
He spreads my cheeks and he makes me scream. He's my #1 daddy, gonna make